on Down South Cooking, we got a special episode doing pork ribs. I can already feel it. I know it's gonna be y'all's favorite. So let's get started. Show you how to make the rub. So got us a empty sprinkler right here. You know, if we want to, depending on how much we end up with, we might put it in here. We can spread it a little more evenly. So as always, let's start out with that salt, pepper, and garlic. It's already mixed up. I guess we're gonna go about 4 tablespoons. Then after that, we'll put 2 tablespoons of lemon and herb seasoning with butter flavor. Really good stuff. Like I always say, I highly recommend y'all go out and buy this and try it. Tastes amazing. And we're going to use 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1 tablespoon is plenty. You don't want to overpower it. Then, you know, like I say, man, I love it hot. So I put in 3 tablespoons of cayenne powder. You might want to use less, I don't know, but I like it hot. And last but not least, I'm going to just put 1 tablespoon of paprika just for a little bit of extra color. Now, just to give it a little extra texture, just throw in a tablespoon or so of Montreal steak seasoning. Just take the top off. Got another one over here, mesquite flavor. About the same thing, about a tablespoon or so. And just to mix it up, we're going to put just a dash of roasted ground ginger. Not too much. Last but not least, never can you do your ribs and not put brown sugar. You have to put brown sugar. This one's gotten a little hard, so we're going to have to mix it up in the bowl a little bit. So we broke down about probably 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, so time to mix it all up and ready to throw it on the ribs. And the whole point of the brown sugar sorry y'all, it's freaking cold out here. Whole point of the brown sugar is to help get it like a nice caramelization, make them ribs nice and sticky. Finger licking good, as they say. That's good enough. So let's move these spices out of the way. Now, depending on where you got your ribs from, sometimes they come with the membrane removed, sometimes they don't. You just gotta check. And a good way to help you remove them is use a butter knife. Don't use a steak knife or anything. It's too sharp, you end up cutting through. So one of them I've already cleaned up. I'm gonna remove the membrane off the other one right now. Which one was? So take a butter knife, slide it right up under one of the ribs gently. And one trick is to take a paper towel and use the paper towel to grab the membrane so it doesn't slip. And if you're lucky, you can get it in one solid piece. So, see if we're lucky today. Alright, now once you get it like that, just go ahead and take it off. Boom. It's beautiful. Don't you want? There you go, girl. So, here we go. We're ready for rub. And I also already washed off the ribs in the sink with cold water, nice and clean. So, here we go. So we're back. We got the grate cleaned up, cleaned all the ash out the firebox. I got a little bit of wood chopped into smaller pieces to help the temps raise a little faster because it's real cold today. And you know, here we go. Let's throw the charcoal in. And this is the only charcoal I'm gonna use through the whole smoke. After this is just to help get the wood going. After that, nothing but oak. So here we go. Throw a couple pieces in here. Alright, so we're at 250 now. It's where we want to cook the ribs, about 225, 250. So it's time to throw the ribs on. And any extra seasoning you got in the pan, just go ahead and let's get this lid down and get to cooking. We're about 45 minutes into the smoke now, and I'm gonna just rotate the racks of ribs around. That way they'll get a nice and even cook. Still a little early to say it looks good or bad, but trust me, these are gonna be the best ribs you've ever had. I can just get under there. Rotate them like that. Rotate them like that. Alright, so I'll be back in about another 45 minutes again to swap them around. So, be back soon. And I'm back. It's 45 minutes just like that. Time to rotate the ribs one more time, and next time you'll see us, we're going to be wrapping them. So, here we go. They look pretty good too. Alright, we'll be back again. Next time you see it, we'll be wrapping it. It'll be at the 3-hour mark. We're going to wrap it, put a little apple juice and a little bit of whiskey in there. Fuck that up. Put a little whiskey, a little apple juice, and let them ride for 2 hours. And the last hour, we're going to glaze them. We'll be back. So we're 3 hours in on the 6-hour smoke. It's time to take the ribs off, and we're going to wrap them in foil. So, here we go. Alright, so, and it's real important, try and get the grill foil. It's a lot thicker and less risk of ripping through. So you rip through, you're going to lose all your juice. So, check it out. I'll take the rack, set it upside down, and to help it stay nice and juicy, we're going to put a little bit of apple juice right down the middle, a little on the side, and got a little Woodford Reserve, a little bit of bourbon, give it a nice little bite. And then wrap them up nice and tight. Ooh, you can smell that bourbon. Alright. And we're going to do the same thing to the other. Here we are at the 5-hour mark. This is when things start getting interesting. Got a little too much smoke, but it's alright. We got them wrapped up. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the ribs. We're going to drain the liquid off. And then we are going to unwrap them and smother them with nice barbecue sauce. So, come over here. Got my fat separator. We'll save the juice. Perfect. Alright, let's get it back on the grill. Smoker. And this is when they start getting real tender, so you gotta be careful it doesn't fall apart on you. I like to use the foil to flip it. And they're not the prettiest thing yet, but give it 30 minutes and you're gonna fall in love with this shit. So let's close this. Alright, so we got our barbecue sauce. We're gonna use a hickory with brown sugar, a little more brown sugar. You can't beat that. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a great caramelization on these bad boys. So, just wanna give a generous coating on there. And spread it around, make it nice and even. Just let them ride. Man, this shit looks good. Alright, and we'll be back. We're so close. Got 30 minutes left on the smoke. Gonna flip them, sauce the underside, and then another 15 minutes, flip them one last time, give them one last coat, and then they're done. So, oh yeah. Tell me that doesn't look delicious. Tell me that does not look amazing.
Every time I ask you out,
yeah, looks good.
baby, you don't have to blush. Every time I ask you out, might as well get used to it, baby. It's what my love is all about.
All right. I'll let them sit 15 minutes, flip them one last time, and they're done. This is going to be the last time we check in on them. We'll flip them, give them one light coat, and then just 15 more minutes and we're pulling them off. That'll be the 6-hour mark. So here we go. Oh shit. That's how you know they're tender. Look at that. I can't even flip it. Trying to keep them from falling apart there. God, it looks just amazing. So let's spread out the barbecue sauce just a little bit, and like I said, 15 minutes and they're ready to eat. God. I'm so hungry. I know my cameraman's hungry over here too. Alright, we'll be back, y'all. We're done with the 6-hour cook. Time to take the ribs out. Get ready to eat these bad motherfuckers and get out this cold weather. So here we go, y'all. I'll let you in. Oh, fucking broken half. Oh, that one trying to break. Check it out, y'all. I'm gonna set them down.
my love is